My name is Adrian Broom, and I am a dad of two sons, aged 10 and 11. I initially grew up in South Africa. I'd probably say that that I'm driven and I'm wanting to bring a solution that really makes a change and makes a difference to the world, and that actually fixes a global concern and a global problem. You know, the dream is that you have so many scenarios and so many situations of child trafficking, child abductions, where a lot of people feel so vulnerable and so useless that they actually don't know what to do and they feel hopeless. And then they've got to live with those emotions and those concerns for the rest of their lives, especially if they don't get to find their loved one, whether it be a child or a parent. And I like to think that the value I've brought is I've now created an app and brought that solution to the world. And hopefully they will be able to see that, use that and benefit from it. And yeah, hopefully be able to reduce those concerns and those global matters that everybody experiences. SAFEsnap is an app that we've designed and developed that focuses on the safety around children and vulnerable adults. It also incorporates emergency services and security services. The concept behind it is that often you ask children or teenagers, what do you do in a scenario or situation where something had to happen to mum or dad at home? Who do you phone? What do you do? And a lot of the time you ask the children and they actually don't know. Or perhaps their parents have told them and said, okay, you need to phone mum, or you need to phone dad, or phone a person's sister or aunt, or maybe emergency services. But as we all know, in times of panic, you generally go blank and you can't remember what you need to do. Or if you do phone your dad and you phone and the dad's having a heart attack, so the child then phones the mum. How does that mum then phone an ambulance? Because they're obviously trying to console the child at the same time on the telephone, because the child's seen their dad have a heart attack and he's not waking up. And that's kind of why we've developed SAFEsnap and created it as an app, because we've incorporated very simple icons and family dashboards where it involves actual pictures of the family group and the family member, so that when something happens, or the child or whoever's actually got the phone can literally just click on the icon or the picture of the family member and then click on the next icon to call what that family member needs, whether it's an ambulance or whether it's security services or roadside assistance or a fire truck or anything along those lines. So we've kind of simplified the process of being able to get help for youngsters and teenagers and even adults and old people, to make it more user-friendly and functional. Well, recently there's been a lot of exposure and articles regarding child abductions, child safety and security, kidnappings. And previously, prior to that, I've had some personal experience with having my own children misplaced, and trying to deal with that and thinking about, is there an actual product out there or people that you can phone in those scenarios, and how do you deal with those scenarios when if it had to happen to yourself? And of my knowledge at the time, there wasn't. And with speaking to a lot of other parents, they don't know who to phone. They don't know what to do in a scenario like that, because who is a child abduction or kidnapping response unit? There isn't really one that anybody knows of. And that's kind of what was a tipping point and what drove me to create an app that could do that and could enable that. Because the app actually plugs into the private sector and it actually gives you an immediate private response to those scenarios. So the response has been interesting. It's a lot of people like the idea. They've downloaded the app, but I think as a whole, people don't like to read. And the thing with SAFEsnap is it's got so much functionality and features within it itself that they don't actually understand or grasp the concept of how powerful it is and how useful it can become. So they might just think it's another panic app, and they might not understand what it can actually do. So the initial uptake of what we found is quite slow. It's progressing, but it's slow. But we are looking for, for something to kind of propel it, and and get a better understanding of what the app can actually do, so that they can actually understand. And then I think once that actually happens, then I think people will come on board and start to actually download the app and use it and see the actual benefits of it. To persevere and not give up, and that, you know, things are a struggle. They don't necessarily come easily, but if you believe in the dream and the vision that you have, and you've got people that believe in it too and stand behind you and kind of encourage you and to keep you going, that you eventually get there in the end. But it has been a challenge. I mean, all three businesses have been a challenge. They've gone through some difficult times. You know, my two previous businesses were kind of around eventing and sporting. So when COVID struck, that was a very quiet 2 years for me. And that's also one of the reasons why I decided to start with SAFEsnap, because I had time on my hands to do so and really think about it, map it out, and start to get it developed and launched. And now it's just a fact of kind of getting out there. But yeah, if anything, I've learned just to not give up, to keep trying to believe in the dream and the vision that you've got, and that you are bringing something of benefit to the community and to the population, and yeah, just to really stay positive. So we're on different social media groups. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. We've also got a website. The website address is www.safesnap.co.za. Our Twitter handle is also SAFEsnap, Instagram handle is SAFEsnap, and Facebook SAFEsnap. So if you search for SAFEsnap under any three of those social media platforms, you will find us. And then, yeah, our contact details are on the website. I'd like to really encourage anybody to really contact us: schools, malls, events, venues, anybody who really needs a safe and secure area for children, to get in contact with us, and I'll be more than happy to come and do a demonstration and show you how the actual platform works and how beneficial it can become, and what it can actually really do for you.